broke up, but we were getting to the point of showing you how to do a swivel technique or a hip hinge to continue this moving forward. These are both for stability and mobility, so let's go ahead. So I've shown you both of these, but there are two that you can implement in the same workout. What you're going to do, pull on the back. Remember, back of the head between the shoulder blades right at the base of the spine. We're going to get a nice even approximation of our heels, and feet should be in line with the hips. And we're going to try to bend forward, allowing that, that pull to remain on our back. Notice that it's not changing, the conformity of my back isn't changing whatsoever as I perform this. If I go to touch my lower back, I might feel a slight engagement, but it shouldn't be anything too heavy. You might feel a pull in the hamstrings. As I push my body upwards from this perpendicular position, I'm engaging my glutes. I'm pushing with those, feeling the weight distribute into my heels, almost as if I'm pushing my heels into the floor. I'm really trying to push like the earth down. The next one after that, we talked about this swivel. Once again, appreciate your limitation. I might be doing a little bit further than you could potentially do it. You want to keep your upper body erect and straight. We're engaging that contraction. Heel onto a chair or a table, toe upwards, and we're bending our hip backwards. I'll show you from another position in a second. So I'm bending my body forwards through a swivel with my hips. I'm leaving my hand on my back because I don't want to feel my back change its positioning. I don't want to feel that my back is pushing away or into my hand at all. It stays in the same position. Okay? From a side view, I'm going to show you the same thing. Let's get heel up. My body's rigid. I'm contracting. My body's bending mostly through my hip. All right, good. Next one, hamstring mobility. Somebody's going to get on the floor. Leg upwards, knee just a little bit below the perpendicular with the hip. We're going to crank our ankle up as far as possible. And we're going to bring our foot up towards the ceiling as far as we comfortably can. Once again, remember, appreciate the limitation you have. Slow, easy repetitions. You can breathe with each rep.
I'm here, I got a 9:45, I got a 10:45.
Okay. And then the last one for the series is going to be a toe tap. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a band, and I'm going to give this to you. I'm going to put it just above our knees. So the focus of this, if I'm working on the right hip, it's going to stay straight. So I'm going to focus on my knee remaining in line with my toes. And what I'm going to do is, once again, contract, keep my body rigid. I'm going to try to bring my left toe out as far as possible, not letting my weight push down on my foot. I'm actually just gently touching my toe onto the ground and then bringing it back to center. Notice I'm putting a slight bend in my knee. Notice that my trunk is staying very, very straight. If this is a balance issue for you to start with, you could actually put your arms forward. It helps out a lot. Now where you're going to be feeling this is going to be on this opposite leg, on that outer thigh. All right, just a couple more here. So there's not too many things you can do for the elbow. These are just things that, if consistently done, they can be incredibly helpful. So I'm just going to show you two good ones besides that tricep roll that I showed you. Really, just going through motions. So if you start with your hands, palms out, you want to keep that elbow nice and extended. And what I'm going to do is bring my hand as far down as possible. From there, I'm going to turn, almost like I'm holding a plate upwards. And I'm going to bring my hand behind my shoulder. And what you want to do when you do this is just appreciate rotations through the wrist. So I can bring it in, I can bring it out. Trying to find areas of tension throughout that area. The second mobility is simply just bringing your hand out in this direction. So it's going to be more or less opposite. And I'm going to turn it in towards my body. And I'm going to lift that arm upwards. Once again, trying to keep that elbow extended. And just lift that up towards the head. The last part of the elbow is getting a band, hooking on like a door frame, keeping the elbow as extended as possible. Just above, just before the elbow, you want to bring that band resistance. Get a good amount of tension, and once you have that tension, you're just going to bring that wrist up and down. So you can perform this on both the outer forearm, or you can transition. And I'll just show you on the other arm. You could do it on the inside of the forearm as well. Just appreciate stretch, mobility. When these things are done consistently, they will help with that tennis elbow. All right.